back. One of the biggest party nights of the year is on its way.
And we all want to make sure that our loved ones are partying safely, responsibly. So we have an expert here today from UB, Jennifer Reed. She's an expert in teen drinking, but talking about how to make New Year's a responsible night out for everyone.
And thanks for being here this morning. Why do you think it is, Jen, that so many people overdrink on this holiday?
There are three reasons, really. One is just opportunity. You know, people drink because it's a social activity, and there are more social opportunities at this time of year. So people are out and about. The other thing is that when we're drinking in a social setting, we're often not paying attention to what we're drinking, and we lose track. And there's a lot going on. There's music. There's other people around. There's decorations. And so we're not really attending to what we're drinking. And then the last reason, and this is always true, not just at this time of year, but that when you start drinking, your judgment is impaired. And so the more you drink, the less able you are to determine if you should have more. And so that combination of those three things ends up sometimes in a bad outcome.
Well, it sounds like accidentally drinking too much is really easy to do. So how can people prevent themselves from going too far?
One is just to be aware, and as I mentioned, because when you're drinking, those are when you tend to make not great decisions about drinking, is to choose ahead of time, what do I want to drink, how much do I want to drink, and then be mindful of, over the course of the evening, you know, is this my first drink, is this my second drink, am I at what I had decided was going to be my limit, and then stick to that plan. So when you're sober, make a decision about what is it that I want to drink, how much do I want to drink, pace yourself over the course of the evening, and then stick to your plan.
What about parents of teenagers? This is a tough night for them sometimes to let go and let their teens have a good time, but how can they let their teens have a good time but stay out of harm's way?
And I think the biggest piece of that is to communicate that same message, which is, you know, what do you as a parent know about drinking? And then communicate those things to your children. Make a plan, stick to that plan. And then no matter how old your teenager is, and even as they go off to college, it's still not too late to just talk to them. Say, what do you got going on for tonight? Have you decided on a designated driver? Who's driving? Just to remind them that they need to be thinking ahead of time about making good decisions, even as they're having a good time during the holidays.
Just lay it all out there for them.
Yes.
It's got to be tough as a parent around this time of year, especially with teenagers.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure they're tough all the time. Thank you so much for joining us this morning,
Thanks
Jennifer.
for having me.